Well, I just filled up the MS-250, and I filled up the MS-291 and the Homelight Big Red, and I might fill up the 455 wrencher. I might use it for cleaning up a damage. But I was gonna plan on using the MS-310. I had it for about months ago, back in March. But this thing does not run. Something locked up right behind the flywheel. It's not the ignition coil. Something just got loose in it, and it definitely blocked the flywheel and kept holding it from turning. And the spring on it was missing. So I'm not going to be able to use it because it doesn't run right. The spring is gone. The clip is gone for the clutch. And I'm afraid this thing's going to start tearing apart and ran like hell. So the only ones available I'm going to run is the MS-250, MS-291, Husqvarna 455 wrencher, and the Homelight Big Red Super XL. I might use that guy again, but who knows? But I think I might be able to use that one. If I wanted to, I can. But I'm just gonna do a little cold start on them free saws, getting ready to make sure they're running fine for emergency cleanup. Let's see how this MS-250 will fire up. That's the reason why I like my MS-250. Because I had the MS-310 on the workbench. I'll do a comparison and show you that at the end. Alrighty, that thing ran pretty good. Somebody commented me on my channel about when I got the 455 wrencher running. But what I did is, as a mistake, I was holding that thing at full throttle, wide open. But I do apologize for doing that stupid thing. But I know better not to do that again no more. I'll give the 455 wrencher some top tank of fuel. I got a little bit of gasoline over my hand. Shoot. Now I'll give the oiler some good Pull-On Pro bar and chain oil. Fill it all the way to the tippy top. What a mess. Ew. What a mess. I'll wipe it off real quick before I attempt to start it. Bubba Sawyer had got his 455 wrencher running. All he had issues with is the muffler that vibrated out on him about 6 or 7 years ago in 2018. I'm not sure when did it happen, but I'd say it's in the year of 2018. Well, I got them all filled up. I got 4 larger saws filled up. Let's see if we can get this guy going. When he's ready, I'll definitely use him. Push the choke in and decompression valve in again. The oiler works on the chain great. I had it for 5 years and it's still brand new. I do have another one, but I'm converting the other one as the Texas Chainsaw 3D replica chainsaw. But it'll be a while when I get ready to do some painting on it. It's going to take me a little while. But I'm a patient man. I need to have patience. I don't ever want to be wasting my time that quick. First pull. I really like that thing. Alrighty, now that thing's ready. That thing will be ready to be used. The chain is fairly sharp on it. I did use to sharpen it some. And now for the old school, largest firewood saw, home light, big red XL. Let's see how this old guy would definitely do. thing is a good runner. At least the ignition coil didn't go bad in it. If it would have did, I would have been done. I would have been done playing with those home lights. As long as they work for me, I don't care if they were old. Now for my favorites. MS-291 Farm Boss. But it starts up on first pull, just like the 455 wrencher and the home lights. Alrighty. I think they're all ready to go. Better not get too close to that muffler. Woo! That thing's hot. That thing's totally hot. He's smoking quite a bit. I'll tighten the chain up a little because that chain looks a little loose. I don't want to cut it with that chain having a chance to get stretched, because I'm afraid it'll come off and hit me, because that's not good. That should be good. That should be good right there. Now it's all set. Not bad for an MS-291. But I really love the home lights. But it is a little bit heavy, but not as heavy as the home light zips. But this thing fires up one pull all the time too. I am telling you all, that thing runs like a beast. And this is a lightweight chainsaw I can definitely use to cut firewood. I can cut firewood with bigger chainsaws with 20-inch bars on them. But 18-inch bars are okay, but the teeth on it are kind of almost gone. Because this thing reminds me of the big one, the MS 310. Now you see how I drop start it like that? Just point it away from your leg and do it like that. That's all there is to it, just do it like that. Push it away from you. You can do the same thing onto them home light chainsaws. That's all you can do. Or you could do it on your Husqvarna 455 Rancher and the 450. And you can definitely do it on the MS-291 too. I'm going to put the MS-250 right beside the MS-310. The oil was a little slick. I'll put them on the floor. I'll put it on the floor and I'll get you on in a minute. But this, as you've seen the previous videos of this thing, it used to run fine, but now it's locked. The piston ring isn't seized. Something got to grab out of behind a flywheel and it jam it, and something moved in there and it make a real crack noise. So this thing doesn't run anymore. So I'm going to have to market me for another one. Okay. But look at the size. But look at the size comparison between the MS 310 and the MS 250. They are one of my favorite saws. And Bubba had ordered a new carburetor for his MS 310. He finally got the brown water off of the muffler off his saw. I offered to help him fix it, but I definitely changed my mind, so I just don't want to. I don't want to mess up anyone's equipment quitting with mine. But I just always had to respect to the other owners with their own chainsaws, just like I had, because I had to respect with mine. Because I always take care of my saws, but I don't usually use all of them as for parts. If an unrunning saw that doesn't run, if they're seized up, you can use them as for parts. Only the seized up ones, but not the ones that runs. But that one just locked up and I cannot pull on this rope. See? That's what had happened. And the clip on the clutch is gone. So I'm going to have to order me a new set of clips for it from Amazon and order a new chain, 18-inch steel chain for the MS 250. But they both are very good old firewood cutters. My dad used to run this thing a long time ago. But it was Lonnie's chainsaw after the 041 AV had a bad ignition coil. And that's why he bought him a new saw. Bought this to replace the 041 AV. And that's how it ended up with me. And now it did the same thing to me from 2 years ago, year and a half. Now I just quit fooling with it and replaced this year in 2024. So that's the reason why I like it better than the 041 AV. The 041 Farm Boss are way a lot better than the 041 AV. My dad used to have a 041 Farm Boss a long time ago in 1990s. But it got stolen a long time ago. And it's long gone and it's not found. I was kind of looking forward to get one of those, but I don't know if you could definitely still buy them at a yard sale or eBay anymore. If you guys think I should definitely continue to get a replacement MS310 or MS290 or 029, just let me know in the comments, or get a G366 MS361 clone. Just let me know. And but anyways, I got the saws ready. I got this guy ready. The MS291 ready. Husqvarna 455 wrencher ready. And the Homelight Big Red Super XL ready. But even that, I did show you the tree. But I guess I'll bring y'all a little bit closer so that you could see the rotten in there. We're in October 1st right now. It's October. And Halloween is my favorite time of the year. But I'll bring y'all a little bit closer so that you can take a look. There is the whole rotten on this tree right there. It was very, very rotten. But I'm not sure what it's going to do. I think it's going to fall on its own. I'd say they all might fall over this way. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I'm not gonna cut that down because they're right by the power lines. So that's a big no-no for me. I'm not going to touch that tree with that chainsaw. So I'm just going to let it fall down on its own. Let it do what it needs to do. And let it come down on its own. When it does come down on its own, I might be able to cut all that up with a chainsaw. I'll have the power company to get the power lines off of it where it's safe. Where I can definitely drag them from here to that way. I'll drag them up to that way. So that way it's out of the road. So now I got a bunch of logs where I can use as a test logs. And leave some of the large ones as a test logs for the bigger saws. And leave that one with a lean point as a little test log for an 18-inch. Or I could just definitely cut that end off. No, I'm not going to cut the whole things, but I could just bucket this up for firewood, including that one sitting right there. And leave the other two as a big test logs so that I can make a lot of cookie cuts. So, this tree's not going to be coming down by me. I'm just going to let it fall down on its own. So, I'll just let that thing fall down on its own. It's all rotten now. It's very, very rotten. But what a storm I had on Friday. But that is one heck of a storm. Well, anyways. Stink bug. Well, I got the MS-250 filled up and the 455 filled up. MS-291 filled up and the Big Red filled up. And they're ready to go to be chopping some wood. Well, until after when the big tree falls down on its own, we'll be ready to cut firewood. Anyways, I'll catch y'all later. Bye for now.